Whew. Good evening, everybody. I am your host, Kevindiana Jones. Forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb mode. Let me do that real quick. So now, no one can disturb me. Now I'm all yours. All right, everybody. Hey, welcome to the show. It must be Monday night because I'm talking to you, Zol. Yeah, so welcome to my 30th episode. 30 episodes. That's kind of bonkers, including my my crazy Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom tribute episode. This is 30. Kind of can't believe it. And who knows how many more I got? Maybe 30 more. Maybe less. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, oh, look at me exposing chest. I'm very excited about tonight's show, but first let's talk about this week in Indy. There's not a whole lot, but this week Harrison Ford turned 83 years old. That's pretty bonkers. Holy shit. And look at him go. He's still incredible. Honestly, I think he's doing better acting-wise than he ever has. If you don't watch Shrinking, you should. He's not only hilarious, but he's very heartfelt in it. And of course, he was just amazing in Dial of Destiny. Whether you like that movie or not, you got to admit that his performance was unbelievable. Listen to that thunder. Oh, there's only really one thing that comes to mind when I hear thunder like that, like rolling, peaceful, faraway thunder, and that would be the Goonies. I always think of the Goonies for some reason when I hear thunder. It's something that I guess I watched a lot when I was a kid, and it rained. It rained a whole lot in Florida when I was growing up, and it still does. Of course, it still does. Anywho, you'll probably hear thunder, maybe see flashes of lightning. I doubt it. I doubt that'll be enough to light up the screen. Anyhow, yeah, Harrison Ford, 83, still looks like that. That's pretty impressive. We should all do stuff like that. We should all really maintain our physical and mental health. That's something that you should all strive to do, because it's something I strive to do as well, for the benefit of your health and everyone around you. If you care about your loved ones, you want to do stuff like that. You want to take care of yourself, not only on the outside, but the inside. It's very, very important to do those kinds of things. That'll lead to hopefully a long, healthy life. And that's something we all want. And that's something that you should never really forget. If you want to have that third bowl of ice cream, which sometimes you want, skip it. Maybe skip it. Lift some weights instead. It helps. I've taken a bit of a break from working out, and like a 6-7 month break. I have a very active job, so I'm always on my feet, always lifting stuff. It's very good, But lately I've been working out at home with weights and this ab roller thing. And it's the difference in just moving around and doing things actively. I live on the 3rd floor, and just hauling ass upstairs to the 3rd floor is no big deal when you can stay active. But I don't want to harp on this too long, but I should have old Kirk Brackman on sometime to talk about fitness and reptiles. That would be fun. That would be very, very fun. Cosplay fitness. Very important stuff. I forgot to mention also, I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago, I bought the Staff of Kings on the PS4, which I haven't really played too much of, but it is very, very fun. And very, very cheap. I don't think it was like $5-6, something like that. The controls aren't the best, but nevertheless, it's still an indie game that I never played before. So it's a whole new thing. It's a whole new experience with Indiana Jones, and that's all right with me. Anywho, Superman. I'm not going to talk about it for too long, because that episode will be in 2 weeks from today, on July 28th, with a special guest. I don't want to reveal it quite yet, but I'm very excited to have him on. And we're going to be talking about that movie and just Superman in general. I loved that movie. I don't know who saw it, so I won't talk about it too much, but that I'm not just a Superman movie lover, I'm a Superman lover. I love the comic books, I love the animated series. It's always been a thing for me, the TV shows. Since growing up, I just loved it as an entire canvas. Just, the George Reeves old TV show, the Christopher Reeve movie. Reeves TV show, Reeve movie. Remember that just when you're typing things out. And both were around as I was growing up and learning how to think, as were all the Super Friends cartoons. And I think there's maybe one other thing, I don't know, but there's the comic books I didn't get into till I was able to read, but there was just all these forms of Superman that I was able to just embrace fully as just one entire thing. So I love the character of Superman. I don't just love one thing. Some people maybe Snyder Bros. Okay, fine. If you love Superman, at the end of the day, okay, cool. Just play it cool. You know, man. If you're a Snyder Bro, take it easy, bro. Just gotta say, man, other people can like other things. It's all right. I used to love the Snyder movies until all that shit started happening. And okay, we can talk about this on some other episode. But anyhow, Superman, 2 weeks. That'll be great. My guest tonight, one of my favorite people out there in the cosplay land. Not only because he does make for one hell of an Indiana Jones cosplayer, especially when his wife is taking the pictures, which he told me is his secret. And that's a good secret because I think she's a professional photographer. You could tell when you see those pictures that are him outdoors with the torch and stuff. Jesus Christ, it looks incredible. But also, he made this here shirt, which was my first purchase from him, I believe, the Cairo shirt. This is my go-to Raiders of the Lost Ark shirt, so I wear this all the time. But then I also got these shirts from him. You know, I got this one, I got this one, I got these two, I got that one. Jesus Christ, no wire hangers! This one, that one. And also, pants! Don't forget the pants. Temple of Doom, Raiders. I got all these pants, I got all these clothes from this very, very special gentleman. And I can't wait to have him on. Talk about all these articles of clothing that I have from him, and that many of you probably do as well. The owner, creator of Karolian Dry Goods, Adam Karolian. Let's get you on here, my single. Huh?
Hi.
Yeah, I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Let's see.
Can you see me?
I can, yeah.
And can everyone else see him? I'll wait for someone to respond, because if it's fine, I'll play back. I can see you later. It's a bummer that I can't see you right now. We'll just treat this like a phone call. But yeah, so if someone please say that they can see him, and we'll continue. Yes, okay, they can see you. So they can see both of us. Screw it, to hell with it. Let's just keep going. Adam, my friend, how are you?
I am great. I'm so glad to be on.
I'm so glad to have you on. Thank you so much for joining. It's an honor to have you on the show. I know I was supposed to have you on a while ago, but it was a layover because of airlines and all that stuff. And that's one of the reasons I don't really love to fly so much, is because I always got screwed whenever I flew. So I totally understand. So I can't see you right now. What are you wearing right now?
So right now I'm just in my Raiders lid. This one's my favorite. And then I've got the new Temple of Doom shirts on. Yeah, that's about it because it's still pretty hot here.
Yeah. Oh, I got my gym shorts on. This is all I got on. Yours and not your gym shorts, but if you made gym shorts, I would buy them. So yeah, we'll talk about all those different things. So to begin with, let's start the Kevin 11. How did Karolian Dry Goods begin?
So it started, I mean, I guess in earnest about 10 years ago. I'd been working at a job. I worked in sort of food service type stuff like you do. And I'd already been into cosplaying and into prop making, but I had kind of made a trade with someone that didn't go great. And so I taught myself how to sew and kind of started from there.
Out of frustration, it led to all this. Wow.
Yeah.
No
Almost
shit, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Well, thank God for that frustration, because I know. First of all, I'm not receiving any free products for saying any of these things, for having Adam on. Your products are my favorite. Yours are my favorite to wear. These shirts of yours are just magnificent. The first, actually no, I take it back. Now that I got the extra small of your New Berlin, that's a contender for maybe my favorite one. But I wanted to wear this because this was my first one that I ever bought from you. You've done a good amount of them. Has there been a most popular one out of all the one you've made?
Yeah, I would definitely say the Cairo for sure.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, by probably head and shoulders above, yeah.
Wow, no kidding. Wow. Huh. That's interesting. Well, I guess, the go-to look is Raiders, but, nut bars like I like to spread out our wings and do other things. But your classic adventure shirt, I feel, is the greatest overall indie shirt that anyone could get if they don't want to do like a specific look to a movie, because it's just got that overall adventure, like stone gray look to it, and it's just beautiful stuff. And I'm surprised that one's not a little more popular. But you just made that new Made in America one, the Doom and Skull, that just recently dropped. How's the response been to that?
Good. I mean, they're definitely, they're more because materials and all that are more. But yeah, I'm super happy with how they turned out. Personally, this is my favorite shirt so far, even if it's maybe not my favorite movie. But you know, and I'm super super thrilled with the color. Someone was really generous and took a couple of my shirts to meet a shirt, and so I got some really good reference there.
Oh wow,
Um,
really? Like
so
an actual shirt?
yeah, yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
So
badass.
yeah, I
Was
was
it
very flattered by that. Yeah.
was it important for you to get a shirt finally made in the United States?
Yes. Yeah. So I've been doing, like everything one off for like 8 years or so. And I've been trying to find facilities, in the US that would take stuff on. But that stuff's pretty far and few between and pretty well guarded. If you do have lines on that stuff. So I was really thrilled to like finally get that goal in there. And then also, I mean, I'm in my shop right now. My sewing machine's right here.
Oh, cool.
You
Oh, I
can't
can't
see
wait
it,
to
of
see it.
course, but you'll see it
Oh, I
later.
can't wait to.
Yeah. But yeah, so like now pretty much everything is going to be through either my shop or the partners that I'm working with. So that'll be
Nice.
great.
Oh, that's so awesome. I mean, I when I saw that you were doing that, I was like, well, hell yeah, it's an odd thing to be like, yeah, there should be a shirt of Indy at least made in the United States because though it is a very much British character because of all the things that were made via that place and all the help that was being made, but it's an American character, so it's nice to have an American made stuff, especially for the shirt. Tell us more about your new made to order shirts. So how do they differ?
So I can get a lot more granular. So I mean, each shirt is so much different. Even down to you know how the stitching on the collar stand goes and all that stuff. Again, we're all super specific with each movie and kind of what we like. So I can get pretty much any detail that you want in there, and I can use different color fabrics. I have my preference. Like this is my new favorite color, the one on the Temple of Doom shirts. But if you want to go a little lighter, we can go lighter. If you want to go more gray, we can go more gray. And again, they're all made literally right here at this table. So
Wow.
yeah.
Man, that's dangerous news for me. So I was gonna say, how intricate can you get? So it sounds like you can get very, very intricate as far as to like the last little detail. That's awesome, and that's another thing that I'm sure. What is it? Magnolia also does that. Magnolia, but that's not American made, so it's better for Adam to make your shirt. I feel like I sound like I'm being a shill for you, but I'm just such a fan of all your stuff. I can't help it.
And like
Um,
honestly, we don't even have to talk about any of that stuff if we just want to talk about Jones or like, whatever. I'm not here to promote stuff.
Oh, but I am. I'm here for you to
Yeah.
promote yourself. I'm here for you to do that because, again, I love your product and this is just coming all from the heart. But we will talk about other stuff, of course.
Oh, it looks like my video may have dropped out.
Oh, shit. Is anyone else who's saying nope? Okay, so no one else can see you. Okay, so that's interesting. Maybe we should, I guess, let's try this again, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll be back, everybody, in two and two. Okay. Let's blame the rain, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if it's raining. No one's watching right now. Okay, now we got someone. We'll see if it's raining in his part of the woods. Maybe that's a possibility of why this is happening. I don't know. These goddamn things. These goddamn things. Before he joins again, all my questions were about his clothing. So I gotta take a left lane real quick out of nowhere. Inaudible, if you will. I was gonna ask him all about his products. It sounds like he wants to talk about. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. Bingo. Oh,
Sorry.
hell yeah, man. Look at that background. That's cool as shit. Well, now I'm glad this happened. Okay, cool. Okay, now we have to acknowledge everything that I'm seeing. That mustache, Jesus H. Christ, that is beautiful. Okay, your hat looks awesome. Your shirt, that
Thank you.
shirt color does look fucking fantastic, also.
Thank you.
And then your cap shield in the background, and then oh my God.
And the
Yeah,
cap.
I'm glad for the
Yeah.
technical glitch.
Yeah, I mean, I had to set at least a little something up. Everybody's got such cool displays, so I grabbed a couple things, but yeah,
Cool. Well, thank you for doing that. Thank you so
yeah,
much for doing that. All right. So as we were talking about, your made to order shirt, we had to talk about blah 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 blah. Pants.
yes.
Your wool blend pants are immaculate,
Thank you.
but your cotton blend pants are a lifesaver. That was a good thunder. Your cotton blend. Is it raining by you, by the way?
We
Anything?
got a little thunder. I know we're not terribly far away as the crow flies,
Right.
but yeah.
Right. I wonder if that has anything to do with this bullshit. Anyways, okay. So, yeah. So your cotton pants are my go-to pants because wool killed me. I'm a natural sweater. I sweat so much. I'm always hot. I sweat when it's 25 degrees. It has to be 14 degrees out for me to not sweat. So, wearing your cotton blend pants is pretty much my only option. Do you have any plans on making like the Last Crusade version of those or anything like that?
Um, the pants right now are probably not going to be for a long while.
Ah,
They're complicated. They're pretty expensive. A lot of textile stuff, like if you sew or do any of that stuff. Even just like trying to buy clothes now, textiles have been real weird the past like 10 years, and especially since COVID. A lot of mills have shut down, and so
huh.
finding materials has actually been really tough.
Oh, no shit. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Well, that's good to know. Well, then I shall cherish the pants I have from yours. I was going to say I will cherish your pants, but that's a weird thing to say, but I just said it anyways. So you started making hats and selling hats recently. How much do you like making those?
I really enjoy it.
Yeah?
I've done like a couple. It was kind of I like planned on kind of trying to learn, and then COVID hit, and I was like, all right, like now I kind of have time, so I
Right.
started doing that. Yeah, I really enjoy them. I've been doing like a lot of indie hats, but I've also been doing a lot of Clint Eastwood Dollar Trilogy hats, which I really
Cool.
like as well. Yeah.
I love those movies. And you do some of those clothing as well, right? Do you not?
Yeah. So I'm working on some shirts right now. Those are going to be made right here in my shop. Again, that was a tough thing finding fabric for it. That finding like pinstripe fabric was really tough.
Right.
But I got a good line on some. I'm looking at it now. Um,
Oh, nice.
but yeah, yeah.
Is it the thing like the shawl that he wears on top of the shirt, or is like in a shirt in particular, or is it? Because I know I don't know the movies that well, but I know Back to the Future 2 and 3 very well, and I think he wears something very similar to that kind of thing, right?
Yes, yeah. So I'm working on like the actual like button down shirt, kind of like the hickory stripe shirt, and then budget allowing, I'm getting a new type of machine that will actually allow me to do the ponchos too. So we'll see.
Oh,
They're expensive. They're expensive and rare, but if I can get one, I'll get one.
it's sounding the moral of the story, folks, is expensive. Is that creating stuff
Yeah.
is not cheap, it is costly, but thank goodness that you're doing all this stuff. You've also been making holsters and belts, and they look great. Do you plan on being the one-stop shop for all things Indiana Jones for quality items?
I mean, I would like to be. There's so many. Can I swear in here?
Of course you can.
Oh, there's
Jesus
so many
Christ.
fucking amazing vendors, which is like great. Like I'm kind of a completist when it comes to collecting, especially the shirts. Like that's kind of my thing. So
Yeah.
I have like a Todd's, I have a couple Todd's. I've got an Azuma. I've got What Price Glory. I've got Wested. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's so many. I don't think you can go really wrong with any vendors right now. I think the fan community has brought in so many amazing craftspeople that can start to move that into their fandom. So yeah, so I mean, if I could offer like everything, I would love to, just because I'm sort of once I get going on something, I got to do all of it for better or for better or worse. So that's kind of where that comes from.
I
Is just
I understand that.
being stubborn. Yeah.
like a completist, basically. I understand being a completist, absolutely. I would say that next would maybe be leather jackets.
I would love to. Sewing leather is a whole beast onto itself for like garments and everything. But again, like so many amazing vendors for jackets. Steel and Jones. Looks like Todd's is doing another pre-order
Oh,
on
no
some
kidding.
Raiders jackets.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I embarrassingly I'm out of a jacket right now. I don't have a jacket. Uh,
Oh,
I'd had a
right.
Wested, but I bought it secondhand. The sleeves were a little shorter than I wanted. Got rid of it. I was going to buy another one immediately, and just time moves on.
Well, speaking of things that you were out of, I believe you were out of a couple items due to the fact that something happened on Saturday Night Live,
Yes, yeah,
starring Jack Black. Tell us a little bit about that whole experience.
yeah, that was wild. I was just checking messages on a Thursday afternoon, and I got a message that said SNL costume department, and I was like, "This can't be real." And they asked me if I could overnight a bunch of stuff. Thankfully, I had like a couple things on hand, so like I don't have a Crusade hat anymore because that's at SNL. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I had no idea what it was for. They like I knew who was hosting, and I knew like who the musical guests were going to be because it's it's out there. I am glad it was Jack Black. But yeah, it was wild, and like that was a tobacco because or tobacco, whatever. Um,
A
I had to
toboggan
overnight it.
tobacco.
I had to overnight. They contacted me. I'm not kidding. At like 4 p.m. on Thursday. We're like, can you get us the
Man.
stuff? I had to run to FedEx. For some reason, FedEx, their overnight, they fly it to Memphis, at least where I am, and then they fly it wherever it needs to go. But there was flooding in Memphis, so stuff got to
Oh
Memphis,
man.
got hung up. So Friday night, I then had to overnight stuff, and it got to 30 Rock at like 10:30 a.m. So it was really under the wire. Thankfully, I had seconds of everything, but yeah.
That is unbelievable. I have to say, I got a couple things to say about all that. First of all, when I
I
watched
did.
that with
So
my wife,
someone said, "I wish SNL used a better whip." I did sell them one of my whips. I think because they were like using it, they didn't want to use a whip. But yeah, they have
uh,
one of my whips now too.
um, uh, the joy of seeing Jack Black dressed up in that, knowing who made that stuff was incredible. But I was with my wife. If I felt terrible because she didn't even realize he was dressed as Indiana Jones because I dress like it so much. I desensitized her like almost in a Pavlovian way. She was looking at the screen and didn't notice anything until the host said something. But for me, it was just pure joy because first of all, I'm a huge Jack Black fan. I love him so much. How awesome is it knowing that someone that for me personally has just been up here in the entertainment industry, like for me to like I just think he's one of the best out there. And to know he's wearing your stuff, how does that feel?
I mean, I couldn't have asked for it. It was a real validating moment, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Because I
Awesome.
mean, I'm the same way. Like I grew up with Tenacious D. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, even School of Rock. I was a little old for School of Rock when it came out, but still love it.
It's so cute as hell. I just watched it. Yeah, it's very, very cute. And
Yeah.
Joan Cusack for crying out loud. It's okay because she's in it. That's all I need. So yeah, that was just so awesome to see all that happen. So it's like a culmination of everything you've done, and you ended up on one of the most famous TV shows of all time. Boom, that happened, and I just felt so proud to know you. What um what do you feel like could be next for Karolian Dry Goods after all that happening?
Oh man, I don't know. I just like to keep kind of doing what I'm doing. I'd like to, bring on new stuff, whether it's some more like adventure stuff or whether it's like Dollars trilogy stuff. Yeah, I frankly I feel fortunate enough to be able to do what I'm doing now that I'm not looking to the future too much because I'm just kind of trying to live in it while I can.
That's a damn good way of looking at it. Absolutely. Yeah. Live in the now, man. Live in the now. So you said before that Temple of Doom is not your favorite one. What is your favorite one?
Raiders,
Yeah,
Raiders,
Raiders.
Raiders, Raiders. Yeah, yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you always been a fan? Did you grow up with it or did you see it later in life?
I did, yeah. So there's two movies that I remember the first time I saw them, and one was Star Wars, and the other one was Raiders.
Hmm.
I didn't even make it through Raiders the first time because I was so excited uh, to start playing Indiana Jones because I was like three or four maybe.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, so I don't actually know the first time I saw all of it, but yeah, it was just like on cable, and my dad was like, "Hey, like this is a really good movie. We should watch this." And so I started. It really was the first moment where I was like, even subconsciously, I was like, "Oh, costuming is kind of what defines how a character can be communicated on screen." Um, so yeah, that's really special to me for that reason, and seeing it with my dad and just like the impact that it had so young. Yeah.
Little did you know what was going to happen later on in life. That's so cool. I see you also have Star Wars behind you.
I
May
do.
I assume that the first one is your favorite one as well?
I think it's a similar deal. Like I think Empire might be a little bit of a better movie,
Hmm.
but I don't. You can't beat the feeling of Star Wars. Yeah.
There's such an energy and magic to that first one that has just been unmatched since then, no matter who tries. And it's just such a beautiful thing to see. And the work you do for that as well. If I was doing, I do my best to keep myself from wanting to do Star Wars cosplay. And I think at one point were you doing a Return of the Jedi Luke cloak and outfit and all that stuff?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still working on my personal ones. All of my costumes right
Mm.
now are not complete, which is frustrating, but kind of the story for a lot of a lot of us. Yeah, I've done a lot of Luke stuff. Solo is like really my bread and butter. I don't have an indie themed cup, but stay on brand with Ford a little bit.
That works. Yeah, yeah. Lucasfilm, it works.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, Star Wars has really been my bread and butter for a while. Um,
Really?
yeah, yeah, and actually, going kind of back to the leatherwork, like the holsters are kind of one of the biggest things that I do.
No
Actually,
kidding.
they are used at Disney now.
No kidding. Oh, that's badass. Oh man, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, the park spot, two of them. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's kudos to that. Round of applause for you. What would you say is your favorite Star Wars outfit to make? Or not just Star Wars, like Empire and all that, like what out of all the Star Wars franchise, what would be your favorite one to do for yourself, in fact?
Oh, for myself, definitely my A New Hope
Hmm.
solo for sure. Yeah, yeah.
My
There's something
personal
about
favorite.
yeah,
My personal favorite is the Bespin Han Solo. There's just something real badass about that look. But
yeah.
that
That's a
original
great
one, of
jacket.
course, it's a great
That's a really
jacket.
good jacket.
Exactly. Yeah. And his hair. At one point, I tried to grow my hair that long, and it just got as far as like here and stopped. And it didn't even like billow out or anything like that, which would have looked cool. It just stopped. And that's why my hair is most of the time always short. I see also the Cap Shield, of course. I am a big Cap fan as well.
Yeah.
I have many of his comics. I'm a big fan of the movies. I haven't seen the new movie yet. Which are you a comic fan or movie fan or all?
All honestly, I haven't kept up with comics in a while.
Yeah, me
Maybe
neither.
since like college. But yeah, grew up mostly on Amazing Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, which I haven't seen the new movie yet. Is it out yet? Actually,
No, it's
again, I can't keep
Friday, I
up.
think. I think Friday it comes out. This Thursday or
Okay,
Friday, I believe, is when it comes out. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
but
really cool.
yeah, I love Cap. I love Chris Evans as Cap. I'm a big Joe Johnson defender. I love the Rocketeer. I love that first
Yep.
Captain America movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
The first Captain America movie, other than the Avengers, is my favorite Marvel movie
yeah,
because
same.
of the way it's made, and also I'm a huge Rocketeer fan.
Yeah,
I think it's like my number 9 or 10 favorite movie of all time. And there's just something very special about the way that Joe Johnston makes movies, especially set in that time. And I wonder if they even asked him to do Dial of Destiny, but I'm sure Mangold was the one. But I feel like Joe Johnson might have been able to do a pretty damn good Indiana Jones movie, you know?
I think he would have. I think it would have been a little more stylized. And I know like there's some people are really divided on Johnson. because stuff does get a little more stylized.
Yeah,
Also, I was
that's
thinking
true.
today with Mangold, did he go back to back with Dial of Destiny and Complete Unknown?
It seemed like it because
Because
that came out real quick, unless they made Complete Unknown like that. But no, that seemed like a very quick thing, right?
yeah, yeah, because I was just going back to like style stuff. Like that would have been New York at the same period of time, two movies back to back.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well, that's the kind of thing Spielberg used to do, for crying out
yeah.
loud. So maybe he's truly taking that path of Spielberg. Who knows? Um, what of all the things that you've made for all of your company and yourself, what is the one favorite item that you've made?
Oh man, it's another Harrison Ford thing, but Deckard's trench coat.
Oh, nice. No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's so cool. That's a movie that took a while for me to grow to love. But just the style of it all is what got me into it, and then eventually the story of it all, and then Harrison Ford's just he's just such a different character in that
yeah.
than Indiana Jones, and it really shows you how far he can go with that. And I feel like if I were to do another cosplay, man, that would be a pretty badass one to do, a Deckard one, because at there's a place in Astoria, Queens here, the Museum of Moving Image, that has the model that you first see at the very beginning of the movie where this is going into. I think it's the actual model. I'm pretty
Oh
sure it
no
is,
way.
and it's so fucking cool. My coworker actually did a recreation on his cell phone of doing like the zoom into exactly like right. It's so badass. I got to take pictures of that next time I'm there. Um, I was God damn it. It was a while ago that I got this first shirt. This is my second shirt I got. The first one was a Wested, and not to talk poo poo about him, but he never watches this show anyway. It didn't do much for me. So then when I got this shirt, I knew, uh-oh, I'm gonna get more. And I feel like every time you ever come out with something else, I text you, God damn it. And I hope you never take offense to that, but I
Oh no,
hope you know what it
no, it's
means.
yeah, no. I mean that's always been so flattering to hear that kind of thing. Again, every day I feel so unbelievably fortunate that I'm getting to do this right now.
Is this all a side hustle, or is this all you're doing?
No, I mean making is full time.
That's incredible.
I offer a ton of stuff. I think at any point I have like 120-ish listings up, whether it's like sewing patterns or small parts or that sort of thing. Um, so that's I know that that's a rare thing to be able to do.
That
So I
is
feel yeah.
unbelievable. That truly is the dream. That really, really is the dream. I wish I could be doing this full time, but my God, that is so awesome. And another reason for me to be proud of you, pal. What I don't know if I should ask this, but I'm going to. Is it better for people to pay or to buy stuff from Etsy or from your website for you?
Oh, right now definitely Etsy. Yeah,
Oh yeah, no
it's
kidding.
streamlined. Like fees are higher, obviously, but it has all the messaging and all the finance stuff and all
Huh.
that. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know. All right, man. Well, this is a short one, but that was the Kevin 11, except for my final two questions, actually. This one, I mean fully from the bottom of my heart. Will you please come to New York Comic Con someday?
Dude, I want to so bad. We had to do a ton of like we moved twice in a really short period of time. We had to do
That
a whole bunch of
sucks.
traveling for weddings. Luckily, the last trip that we had where I had the layover, that was the first time I've ever had a flight canceled or had a layover. Like, so
Not bad.
all things considered, not bad. But yeah, I would love to because it's not far. I can take Amtrak, down. There's a station right near my house.
Hmm.
Um, so I would love to because there's a lot of people that I would like to be able to actually meet up with.
Hell yeah, man! It would be badass to meet you. I
Yeah.
would love that. How long a trip is that, by the way? Was it like 3 hours?
Oh no, it's a little longer. To drive 5 and change maybe. I think the last time we took the train, it was like, well, yeah, it was about the same. It was probably like 4.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so it's not terrible. I've done it back and forth in a day. Long day, but
That's a long ass. I've done stuff like that as well. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you do happen to show up, I will definitely buy you a beer or whatever, something like you'd like to drink. My friend Adam, my closing question to you that I've been posing to everyone this past season: if you could tell your 9-year-old self anything, what would it be?
uh, you're gonna figure it out. Yeah,
That is fuck yeah, man.
yeah,
Fuck yeah, man. That made my heart go beep 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 beep. That's a good one. I love that. Man, it's so good to finally have you on the show. Sorry, it was a kind of a quick one, but we flew through things because we seem to have a good back and forth. But we'll have to have
yeah.
you
I mean,
back on again.
do we have to end or?
Oh no, we don't have to actually. No, I mean I can keep going. I can come up with things on the spot. Blah, 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 no big deal. So, when you saw Dial of Destiny, how quick, or no, even before that came out, how quick were you on that to start making that?
Oh, I mean, I would have been making stuff for myself, whether or not any of this other stuff happens. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it
that's
was like,
hilarious.
I love that costume. I love that costume. I love Salva's costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the production design of that movie.
It had a very good aesthetic to it,
Yeah,
which I didn't really appreciate so much the first few times I saw it. But this last time, I noticed that it is a little more colorful than I believe it to be. But it does. There's times where new movies tend to be very teal and what's the other color? Like teal and orangey kind of. And this does go through that a lot. But when it does really shine, you can see how beautiful that outfit is, and the jacket itself is a beautiful jacket. That
yeah.
really if I could pick anything from that movie to have, it would be the leather jacket. What would you pick?
Oh man. Yeah, because I don't have a jacket right now. Definitely the jacket. Yeah.
Okay, there's another good question. If you haven't ordered one, what type are you going to get first?
Definitely Raiders.
Hmm.
I would love to get a Steel and Jones truck chase. Because that's the bar fight and the yeah, yeah,
Uh, yeah,
yeah.
it's ridiculous. This skin. Well, oh yeah, that's a good shot of it.
Yeah, all the undertones.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Bingo.
Yeah.
God Almighty. Yeah, the Steel and Jones ones that I have are just beautiful works of art, and I would prefer if I had to keep one. Shit, I don't know. It might be the truck chase because the Last Crusade one I have, that one seems to fit me the most, along with that shirt. Which, by the way, again, that extra small for some reason makes me feel very, very fit in all that. So thanks for that alone. That's a nice confidence boost. Um, are you going to get any more new Raiders shirts at all, or like not new shirts, but like the run you have before? Is that it that you got?
Yeah. So I'm doing a run of those in house. So I got to get a couple new tools and stuff, which is why I'm kind of rolling the pre order. There's a couple like cutting tools that can go through a big stack of fabric. Um, but yeah, kind of going forward, it's going to be mostly, yeah, right here.
Man, that's so cool. Oh, that's so
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah. I'm a little nervous. It's a big project, but
Clearly, you can handle it for crying out loud because you have most of my wardrobe taken up. My wife is like, "How many of these shirts do you need?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't
how
know
many can I
however
fit?
many he makes." Oh my God. So you're in New Hampshire, right? Or is
Yes,
that
yeah.
where? Yeah, New Hampshire. Okay, so that's not too far. Yeah, I guess that's not super far away. Yeah, it would be worth your while to come to New Comic Con. You've been there before, yes?
To New York?
Yeah, to the Comic Con.
No,
Oh, no. Have
never
you been
been to
to
New York
any?
Comic Con. Oh yeah, I've been to plenty of Comic Cons. The probably the closest one to you that I've been to is Rhode Island. Rhode Island Comic Con's pretty big.
That one seems pretty awesome. I think that
Yeah.
one recently got John Rhys Davies, which he still hasn't
Oh yeah.
shown up to New York Comic Con for some reason. It really pisses me off.
He came up to our tiny one this year. I can't believe he didn't go to New York Comic Con.
What the hell, man? I mean, he's at many, many franchises. You think he would, but I don't know if it must be via invite because not to sound all fancy dancy, but I'm kind of, let's say, liked friends with John Glover. And last time I asked if he was going, and he said no, I wasn't invited, because the last year I saw him there, and it's really cool to just him be talking to someone and be like, oh, I was dressed as Indiana Jones. He's like, oh my God, I know this guy. Look at this guy. Look how good he looks. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's very, very much like the Riddler character in the Batman animated series. But there's such a magic to going there. But I think you do have to get invited as a celebrity. But God Almighty, it would be cool just if he walked around, John Rhys Davies. I might pay for him just to show up, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, that whole world as to how guests are booked and compensated is odd.
It's odd, but apparently very lucrative, because they make a good amount of money, apparently, even before they show up. I'm pretty sure they're guaranteed a certain amount. So I guess the rest of it goes to the actual convention. I suppose at the end of the day, I suppose that's how it has to go. I don't know. That's very odd to think about. What would you say has been the biggest challenge for you doing all of this?
Oh, time. Yeah, time. There's only so many hours in a day. Yeah, if I could speed up my ability to work, that'd be great. But getting older.
Is the factor of, I mean, I did notice that many times there were like delays and stuff from the places you were getting them sourced from. Did that lead you to just being like, fuck it, I'm going to do it myself?
Yeah. 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 It's again, it's a bigger undertaking, but I'll have more control over a lot.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, especially if it's your own goddamn endeavor. How old were you when you first started doing all this, by the way?
Um, I mean, I think the Etsy shop opened when I was 25, 35
Ah,
now. Uh, but I've been doing like conventions and cosplaying for, I don't know, 7-ish years or so before that.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what I meant. That's what I meant originally. How long you've been
oh yeah,
cosplaying and
yeah.
all that stuff. Was Indy the first thing you did, or was it something else?
No, I think the first one I went to a convention floor with was Dexter. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no
You could pretty
kidding.
much buy everything at that point.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that wouldn't be too difficult, but still recognizable.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to the resurrection? I guess it is.
Uh,
You can say no because my answer is no.
I love the cast. I really love the cast, but I didn't even finish the last season. I got to the last episode and for whatever reason just didn't watch it and then never went back. Never went back. And now there's 2 more series.
There's 2 more goddamn series. Oh my God. All right. To begin with, you're right about the characters. They're very great. It's the actors, because I have met many of them at my restaurant for some reason. Well, actually, I know the reason is the guy who created it likes to come in,
Oh, that's cool.
and so thus a bunch of the actors have come in, and they've all been so incredible and nice and awesome.
Oh,
So it's I'm okay with that happening, and they're in regard of them getting more roles and stuff and more airtime. But story wise, Jesus Christ, did you hear what happened at the end of this of this previous season?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, that he gets.
I guess he missed. I guess the sun missed
Yeah.
somehow, or I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I've always said 1 through 4, perfect beginning and ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. It's not something I ever thought I'd be into, and it's something that my wife very much loved the character of Dexter. So I was just like, all right, I'll give it a shot, and I just ended up loving it too. Especially, oh God, the surprise motherfucker, that guy. Oh my
It does.
God.
Yeah.
Who I believe is now the Screen Actors Guild New York chapter president or something like that, like the East Coast president. But anyways, so yeah, you know what? That's about all. That's about all I got for you, pal. This has
Yeah.
been wonderful to have you on, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Next time I'll have more. I had just clothes stuff talked about, but I was able to at least spread it out with much more stuff. I didn't want to just make it seem like one long commercial for you, even
Yeah.
though I did kind of want to do that also because I just really love your products. I really
Right.
respect you as who you are,
Oh, thank you.
and the stuff you say, your support for me and all that stuff, and everyone else that wears your stuff is always just so cool. How you just proudly show everyone wearing your items. You don't just like pick like, well, this one looks good. You show like, hey, that
Oh,
person
yeah.
bought my shit. Here, bingo.
Yeah.
It's a big.
That's always been kind of my pet peeve with cosplaying is like being it's not like elitist or anything, but being the thing where like you're only allowed to cosplay someone if like you look a certain way like that actor. And that's not what it's about. It's about
Right.
what that character brought to you and you reflecting that back out. So
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
God,
I mean
absolutely.
I have a mustache, a bald, like I don't look like I'm never gonna look like Ford.
But yet you look badass.
Yeah.
You look truly badass, and it's almost like a beautiful. Well, what if Tom Selleck actually ended up being
Yeah. Only
Indiana
I was
Jones?
6'3", yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, whatever. That's what movie magic's for. Apple
Yeah.
boxes. Oh shit, I was gonna say something else. I just lost it. It was gonna be very clever and hilarious. Anyways, buddy, it's great to talk to you. Thank you so much for being on the show. I hope you have a great night and best of luck to all your stuff. And I'm sure I'll be writing you goddamn it again anytime soon because I'm sure you'll be coming up with more badass products to present all of us ridiculous Indiana Jones fans. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I wanted to say thanks for making different sizes for everything and not just like you know I'm not that big of a dude and you make stuff for me and there are that big of dudes and you make stuff for them, so that is something I really appreciate that you do to begin with, that you make it for everybody, because again there is no elitist to any of this is all fun. It's
Yeah.
bullshit to feel like you're anything like, oh, like I'm better than this person because look at me go in this movie character's outfit, unless you're getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars to wear it, which no one is. This is all for fun. And it's thanks to you that many of us can do stuff like that. So I appreciate you so much, not only for making all these amazing products, not only for coming on the show, for just being a cool dude.
Oh,
And
thank you.
please never get rid of that mustache or I will hunt you down.
All right, I'll glue it on. Don't worry.
All
Yeah.
right, buddy. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Take care.
Yeah, you as well.
All right, folks. Well, that was a love fest of movie and product. I really hope that you don't think that I'm some kind of Karolian shill, but at the end of the day, this is my goddamn show, and I can say what I want to say. This is my favorite. Look at these. Look at these pants. These are pants that I could probably wear outside when it's in the 80s for like 10 minutes, maybe. I don't know. Um, it's stuff to consider. I don't know if these are on his website anymore, but these are the wool pants. So just take a look at that texture. It's beautiful. It's hot. It's wool. And again, I'm short, so they kind of hang a bit low on me, but nevertheless, they look awesome in pictures, as do all of his shirts. And I just appreciate him. I appreciate you all for watching this episode, folks. Appreciate you watching this either live or you're watching it later on Instagram. If I can meld these two things together because of the odd technical difficulties that we experienced that always seem to happen in the show, but it's the first of a cosplay show of any kind. So on Instagram Live, so we're gonna have problems because no one else is doing this but me. So yay me! Yay! Look at me go! Yay! I did it! Yay! Did the only cosplay show. And I am proud of this. I don't mean to make fun of all this because I need to keep cool as it's still a small thing and probably shall remain so. And that's cool because it's fun. It's fun for me to do. It's fun for you to watch. And I will be doing, again, the Superman show in 2 weeks with a fellow Superman obsessed indie lover, Matt Wacker. I can't wait to have him back on the show to talk about the new Superman movie, talk about maybe other Superman stuff. But I'm probably going to have to do another Superman episode because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about regarding that. character, which is my favorite fictional character. Anywho, next week we will be having on the show someone that I've actually met a few and hung out with a few times here in New York, part of the New York Jones community, the New York Jones group, and his being is just so wonderfully New York that it is just so fun to be around because not only can he probably bench press you and then caber toss you, however a caber toss goes, I can't remember. But he's also a very sweet fellow, very giving. He gave me a couple of really cool Funko figures, and he's got a Indiana Jones fan film coming out. So next week it's going to be the Bombs himself, Johnny Galligan, will be joining me on the show. I can't wait to talk to him, and it's going to likely be the Bomb. Sorry. Anyways. So, folks, thank you very much for watching. It's been a great night with you, great night with Adam, and I'll see you next week. Until then, you know where to find me. You need someone to talk to. You ever feeling lonely? We all do. And if you got no one to talk to, which sometimes we don't, I'm here for you. I work late. I'm usually up late. Sometimes I'm feeling lonely. Thank God I have a dog. If I didn't have a dog, it'd be pretty lame. It'd be sad. It's a sad thought. But yeah, so just reach out on Instagram, chat if you want to talk to me ever. It's an option for you. You know, I ain't no professional, but I'm good with the words and the thoughts and the feelings and the thinkings and the stuff like that. So, anyways, have a great night, folks. You're the best. Bye bye. Error. What?